Welcome inside our San Francisco studios. It's Inside Pac-12 Football, the digital edition. Mike Am, Curtis Conway, Matt Leinart with you, and a lot of familiar faces on both sides of the football field when USC and UW going head-to-head. Of course, Sark going up against his former team. 33 players on that depth chart were guys that he recruited, so I know that there's going to be a little bit of a motivation on both sides to go and win this football game, but you guys know SC as well as anyone. Coming off of a win against ASU, getting that momentum, having to go into a bye, how do you keep it going against the Husky squad?
Well, first of all, the game they played against Arizona State was exactly what USC needed, and then they get a bye to still fix some of the mistakes that they've had this year. And then they go against a Washington team, in my opinion, for USC's defense, they must make this team one-dimensional, force Jake Browning to throw the football. You guys know how I feel about him. I think he's a great young quarterback. But against the two quality opponents that he's played, Cal and Boise State, no touchdown passes. So he has struggled against some of the better teams, some of the better defenses. I think USC wins that advantage. And then on the flip side, Cody Kessler and this USC offense, they're explosive. I just want to see them be more consistent. I want to see them take some shots down the football field. Washington's defense has played well, but I think there's some areas they can exploit there in this game.
Yeah, I think the same point, but for Washington to be able to establish the run because of the same reason, I don't think Jay can get it done against USC's pass defense, so they will have to establish the run. I think that's the only chance they have. I think USC against Arizona State, they saw what they wanted to do. They came out, they played well, they got a bye week, so now they're putting things together. Some guys coming back, they're fixing a few things. They have to get that run game going with Dwayne Washington, unless I don't think they have a chance at the Coliseum.
Juice is flowing a little bit more if you're on that Husky sideline, and it was Sark that recruited you to Washington?
You know, I think a little bit. You're going to have a little bit of that, but I think for the most part, it's going to be guys that's from LA going back to playing the Coliseum. And Matt, you know as well as anyone, you played against guys in high school. Some probably wasn't recruited by USC. Some didn't want to go to USC, and all of a sudden you get to come back to the Coliseum and play. Your family's there. So those are the things that are going to, these guys, especially from LA, they're going to be geeked up to play.
Can't wait to see this one on the football field, just based off of the fact all those extra storylines, and then of course a lot of those players making that homecoming, being from Southern California. It's one of those players. Once again, if you want to get everything that's happening around the conference, follow us on Twitter at Pac-12 Networks. And on Saturday night, when all the games are over, it's Pac-12 Final Score here on the Pac-12 Network. We will cover all of the action from week number 6.